Hello. I'd like to talk about center of gravity and isometrics and rotation. Okay, manipulating your center of gravity is going to put you in different positions. So gravity is constant. Your center of gravity is always with you no matter what. So it's a reoccurring phenomena. So how can we manipulate our center of gravity to take off tension and stress on the muscles? So we're not forcing our bodies to have to do mechanical work and contracting the muscles. And now we're asking the body to use gravity to keep a flowing state. Understand? And how does that work in with isometrics? So this is what I'm playing with here is with center of gravity, now with restraining a limb. Now, do we have 2 points of gravity, or does this just manipulate our center of gravity? Right? What does this do? Okay, so this is what I'm working. It's like a single leg deadlift. Could be a hamstring curl too, but I'm more looking for hip hinge, rotation here, and now heel away. Heel away has been something I've been talking about here. Heel away training, where the heel is going away from the body, and that's proving that you're getting in the full rotation, full range of motion. Then your elbows are like pointers. Your elbows are like pointers. You want one pointing directly that way, another one pointing directly that way. Okay. So freeing up the head and neck, we're too center bound. Okay. Everything that we do in the gym is going down our midline, right? Everything pressing, pulling, the head is neutral and stable. The head is stable, right? We're pressing, we're rowing. The pressure that we put in resistance in our hands is going through our hands and into our spine, into our neck. Okay, so no matter how much weight I put here, it's eventually going to transfer into my neck and my chest and my spine, right? But then when we go outside and we're picking up our mess, we're picking up our mess, we're on one leg here. And now we're manipulating our center of gravity, our head's over our foot, and our head's moving outside of mid frame. So we're moving our neck, head and neck freely. I'm picking up toys. Okay. I'm rotating, I'm picking up toys, but then I get under, I get in a position where my head is in the middle of my body and I add weight to it. Well, now my body's training going inward into my spine where it stiffens up all through here, right? But then right when we take the pressure off, we're back to moving this way. Okay. So one place you can start is maybe start with the shoulders. Okay. Take something like a rope and just work elbows. Okay. This is where you can start working your isometrics. Here, right? Does anybody have any questions while we're here? Does anybody have any questions? I can answer questions. If not, I'll keep rolling. Okay, so even the deadlift here, let's demonstrate a little bit further, right? Center of the body, the deadlift. You see this? The deadlift, center of a body, head and neck are neutral. I can't move my head and neck right now, right? I've compressed and I move pressure through my body. I move pressure through my body, right? But now I've compressed where I can't move my head or neck. It's down my midframe. But then right when you go into single leg, now the head goes outside and goes over the foot here in single leg. Okay. So even just going as simple as single leg stuff, doing single leg holding isometric positions has now shifted your weight over your foot. Weight, weight over your foot, right? Where did this go? This is very subtle. So basically, isometrics is creating pressure, and then we should be able to train ourselves to do the opposite, and that's to release pressure. While we're moving, we're releasing pressure, right? We don't want to just create tension, right? We don't want to just create tension, but we want to be able to express tension. And how do we express tension? We express tension through isometric stability and then manipulating center of gravity. So my muscles when they take pressure, when we take pressure from the ground and from gravity, my muscles isometrically contract, gets me back into another transfer of weight, contracts, another transfer of weight. So wow, it's isometric positions and then it's balance and center of gravity work. So we got to find a way to we got to find a way to integrate those two things. Okay. Pressurizing with isometrics in a head over foot position. Okay. So head over foot position. I guess you can say this is head over foot, right? Even a subtle hip flexion, right? My head is transferred down my right foot. Wow. So any single leg stuff, but okay. So any single leg stuff is going to get us in that position, right? But then you go to two leg stuff. Is anybody following me? Does anybody have any questions? Should I be interacting more with the people? Maybe I should be answering some questions that might serve our time better. Right when I go to ask questions, I'll just keep rolling then. Okay. Uh, pressurizing the body with isometrics and understanding how the body spirals. So another concept I'm working on is instead of trying to bend our way into range of motion, try instead of trying to bend our way into range of motion, what if we can rotate? What if we can rotate into range of motion? You know, someone's only gonna give you so much in flexion and extension, but then what if we can again, once again, manipulate center of gravity, create rotation in the body. Now we have a longer range of motion, right? Rather than just this. Well, now we get this. Does anybody care? That's also an interesting question. Is that the rabbit hole of, I guess this is biomechanics, or this is just basically human movement? Human movement and isometrics, the yin and the yang. Wow. Hmm. Static positions versus dynamic rotation. I don't know. Does anybody care? I'm sure someone does. I'm 9 minutes and 52 seconds in, 53 seconds in, 54 seconds in, 55 seconds in. One thing I'll leave you with too, some little bonus. Usually I close at 10 minutes, but for some bonus here, why don't we just start doing figure eights? But not only are we going to do figure eights, right? We want to get into a single leg figure eight. So, mm, right. And then the isometric positions are just holds, different holds within that figure eight range of motion. And shoulders square. Okay. One more concept I'm working on here is the shoulders. Let me see. Are the shoulders the widest part of the body? Does this look like, let's measure this quick. Are the shoulders the widest part of the body? Hmm. That's a tough call. Are the shoulders the widest part of the body? Hmm. I think so. All right. So if the shoulders are the widest part of the body, this would allow me to create the most inertia of rotation, right? So what does that imply? I'm not exactly sure. Uh, if the shoulders are the widest part of the body and they create the most inertia, so when we keep our shoulders square as we're trying to rotate, 'cause that's going to give us the most physics, right? But then when we start to tilt, have we um have we ruined physics slightly here? So we stay square where we're our most widest. Mm. The rabbit hole I'm in. Is that our can you see? Is this our shoulders here? And we're rotating? Or what about this? Okay, see, his shoulders are the widest part of his body, right? Is that interesting or not really? So then we get a tilt here on an axis in our golf swing. Hmm. But the shoulders kind of see, this is what I'm talking about here, right? This is what I'm talking about. This position, so he's heel away, right? And then he's got so much rotation that his right elbow is rotated so much that his left elbow is like behind him. He's like here, right? These are the positions I'm talking about where the isometrics at the final position could be beneficial. And doing both sides just to have symmetry. Symmetry, is that a word? I think that's a word. All right, let me see if there's anything else I can include here, just because if you made it this long, I gotta just I gotta just remember what I'm doing and what I'm saying, just because I want to have charisma too, you know? Um, hmm, what about this? Retouch? I don't need any retouch. What's this do? What? Nope. I'm back. All right, I guess that's it. I should wrap it up here, right? Um, I think you got something out of that. I don't know if there's anything I'm missing. I'm sure there is, but I'll uncover that another time, another day. But basically, the homework I'll leave you with is manipulating gravity, getting head outside of center frame, getting on a single leg, and holding end range of motion isometric positions. Using your shoulders as the most widest part of the body to get you the most inertia or rotation, but then considering shoulders square. Okay, I think that's it. And then getting figure eights going, right? And just getting some figure eights going. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Over and out.